The Devils earn the second overall seed in the Eastern Conference playoffs. They will take on Philadelphia. Welcome to your preview, Lauren Shehadi, alongside NHL columnist Wes Goldstein. And part of this success has to be with the adding of Kovalchuk. What has he brought to this team? Well,
certainly he's added a very important offensive dimension to the Devils. New Jersey has traditionally been known as a defensive team, and they're still a pretty good defensive team, obviously. But adding Ilya Kovalchuk gives them two lines that can score. Most teams have been concentrating on the Devils' top line with Zach Parise, Travis Zajac, and Jamie Langenbrunner. And the theory has been if you can shut them down, you shut down the Devils. Adding Kovalchuk gives them a second line with Kovalchuk and Patrick Elias, form a pretty good duo, and it also improves their power play a great deal. And that gives them some offensive punch, which the Devils traditionally don't have.
Now I'm going to take you to task. Give me a defense that's stingier than New Jersey out on the ice. Is there one?
It's hard to find one.
Sure.
Certainly this year, the Devils goaltending duo of Martin Brodeur and Yann Denis won the Jennings Trophy for allowing the fewest goals. So that says right away they are pretty good. But this is a team that's always been built around defense. Previously, when Jacques Lemaire was the coach there, that was their system. It was all about defense. Lemaire came back this year to coach, and really that's been their emphasis for the most part. But the difference is now they can score some goals too.
Sure, and you talk about Brodeur, but the Flyers really haven't been faced. 5-1-0 against them this season, is something like that?
Yeah, it's been interesting that the Flyers have actually been pretty dominant when they played New Jersey. And one of the reasons I think is the Flyers have really stayed within their game when they play the Devils. They don't get too fancy. They kind of, they don't try and go over the top. They stick to their system, and they're coming at the Devils in waves. They have a lot of offensive firepower, and I think people overlook how good this team really is on paper, certainly, because a lot of their players didn't have great seasons. But the Flyers have been very disciplined, and there's also a bit of rivalry there. And I think that really plays into it because these two teams do not like each other, and the Flyers maybe just get up a little more for the games against New Jersey than other teams.
That makes it a little bit of fun, right? 9-18-33, Brian Boucher this season, but the last 10 games, Wes, you're thinking, wow.
Well, the last game I'm thinking, well, to be honest, he had a great game in the finale, and he really got the Flyers into playoffs by beating the Rangers and saving them in the shootout. So Boucher is kind of an unknown factor. He has a lot of experience. He's been around. He's been in trouble this year. He hasn't played all that well for Philadelphia. And Philadelphia always has a problem in goal, it seems, when it comes to the playoffs. But right now, Boucher is the man because there's no choice. They're hoping that he can get them through this round. When Michael Leighton comes back a little later on, maybe that will be the switch.
All right, now your prediction. Time for me to put you on the spot. What do you think?
I think this series has the potential for an upset. I think Philadelphia is going to win this in 7, even though they're going to have to win that last game in New Jersey. I think that rivalry goes so deep, and I think Philadelphia can play New Jersey well. I think you're going to see an upset in this series.
Everything you need hockey right here on CBSSports.com. We'll see you there. Take care.